Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to learn about these 7 items. First, we'll take a look at edit. Edit is the input box. And then we take a look at message box for displaying messages to the user. It is a pop-up dialog window. Then we look at how to convert strings to integers and the reverse, converting integers to strings, and then how to convert C++ strings to C strings, and what's the difference between char and wchrt, and also char pointer and wchrt pointer. So let's get started. So we are going to use a hands-on approach as always. We start off with a new project, click File, New, Window, VCL Application, and then immediately we'll save this project. Click on File. This time select Save All. And then here head over to your C++ Builder Projects folder. Open it. And then here let's create a new folder. And call it 03. And we shall call it edits dash strings dash integers dash message box. So this is the name of our folder. It's also to correspond and tally with the name of our topic today that we are going to learn. Then open the new folder and just click Save. Click Save again to save the H header file and the project file as well. Click Save. Now we are going to give a name to our form. The title of the form, we are going to change it. So to change the title, go to the Object Inspector and the caption. Let's just call it Edits Strings Integers Message Boxes. Okay, then the next thing we want to do is to design our form. So we are going to put one input box here. So this is the new thing which we have not done before. So the input box is called Edit, E-D-I-T, Edit. So go over to your palette. You can click on this drop down list and look for Edit and drag it here. And the name of this object is, you can scroll down and see here, it is called Edit1. And then the text inside, you can scroll down and look at the text, is Edit1. So we don't want anything to show in the box, we just hit the backspace button to delete all the text and then click in here. So next we want to add 2 labels. First label here, and then we're going to add a button as well. So let's put our label here. If you remember how to do it, go ahead and try it. Yes, so you can see it's here. So drag the label and put it here, and so we have a label, and this label is called label 1. Let's scroll down and see the object inspector. The name is called label 1. Next, we're going to put a button down here. So go to your standard objects and look for a button, and you can drag the button into your form. And the name of this button is called button 1. I'm going to leave the captions as a default. So now let's write some code and learn how to do some how to use the message box. So okay, let's try this now. So to write code for the button, if you want something to happen when you click on the button, we will create a handler for the button. So you can double click the button, or you can click the button and look for events and select on click. So you can also double click, or you can use this way. So if you're using this way, you just click here, double click here, and then you create a new function for you. Then press the tab key and start typing and your message box. So to have a message box, you type application, then put the / the arrow, and you need to save before this IntelliSense pops up. So you Control S to save the file, then this thing will pop up. For example, if I want the IntelliSense to pop up, I have to save it first. Before you save, you will see a circle here, this part here. So you need to save it first, Control S, and then you type the arrow, then IntelliSense will pop up. Then you look for a message box, type MESS, and this thing opens up, and you can select this message box. And in here you can just type your message. Alright, this is something new for you. So to type a string, this is a white 2-byte string. And what I mean is every character is 2 bytes, so you have to put an L in front. L stands for long. Then after that you can type hello, and then here second parameter is your caption. So your caption also same, you can put the string, you can just write caption here as a caption, and here you can put the type of button you want to show, MBOK, and then you can run it. MBOK is the button OK. So let's now run it. Before that, let's set this to release. So click on the build configuration and select release, and then click run. Okay, there's one error, let's fix it. It says here no member name message box A. So let's check out what's wrong. Alright, it should be message box without the A. Alright, so let's try it again. Alright, so it works. So now if you click on the button, the message box pops up. So the caption is coming from here, the message inside the text is coming from here, and the button is OK button. If you want to put an icon, then you can do it this way. Just put a pipe symbol. Pipe symbol is above the enter key on my keyboard, and you might need to press the shift key to get it. Then you can put asterisk icon. If you need to look at more help for this, you can put your cursor here and then press F1, and it will open up the help, code examples and topic. And then you can click on the first one, for example, code examples, display, and it will open up the help. Okay, this is the Delphi, and let's see if we can find the Windows C++ version. Okay, click on this, you get the C++ version as well. So it explains to you the parameters and what it means. And then here, code examples, message box C++, and you can see here. You can, okay, here it shows you values for the that you can put. The values here refer to the third parameter here, the flags. So the flags here is all these flags that you can put. Alright, another place you can look is over here, message box icons. The old help for this is builder, C++ builder, and you can click on this. So here it gives you the type of icons that you can use for your message box. So we are using icon asterisk over here. So these are the type of icons you can use for your message box over here. Alright, so let's move on. So now we are going to make use of the input, the edit. So as you recall, if you want to go back to your design view, just click down here, design, and you can see all your objects that you have. So now we are going to make use of edit 1. So let's try that now. How do you get the text from edit 1? So you can click on your edit 1 object and then scroll down here. Let me close the bottom window to get more space. And here you can look at the text property. Edit 1 and then scroll down. Under properties, click properties first and then look for text. Here you go. Right? So you can extract the text through the text property. So from code as well, you can do the same thing. Let's go back to our code by clicking this. So to extract the text, you create a string first. This is a C++ string. So let's call it input, and it is going to be assigned edit 1, and then you want to extract the text. You put an arrow and then look for text, tag t ext. So the properties that are listed here is also same as the object inspector list of properties. So click on that and then semicolon. So now you extracted the string from there. Yes. And then we want to do something with the string. We want to get this string and show it in our label 1. Alright, so how to do that? Let's go back to our code. So our label 1 can be accessed this way. Label 1. If you forgot your name, you can go back to design view and see the name of your object, which is called label 1. And label 1 has got the caption property. So this is different from edit. Edit has got the text property to extract the text or to set the text, but label 1 has got the caption property for it to set or extract the text. So it is called caption. So let's go back to this. So for this, you must put an arrow followed by caption, not text. Right? So this, now you can assign the caption to the string called input from here. So let's just type input here. Like that. So now we're going to run it. So we can type something here, hello, and then click on button and see what happens to the label. And you can see the label has changed to hello. Whatever we type here is displayed here. Alright, and this also pops up because of the message box. So let's close this. Alright, now we are going to add another label to our form. So let's go down here and look for label. Remember, you have to expand this drop down box first, then only scroll to look for the object that you want. Label, and we drag it and put it here. And this object is called, the name of it is called label 2. As you can scroll down and see, it's called label 2. So this is our plan. We are going to extract the number that we type in here. We are going to use this field to enter number. Let's say you enter number 3, and then when you click the button, we are going to take the number 3 and multiply it by 2 and show the result here. So it should show 6 here. Okay, so when you press the button, it takes the number from here, multiply by 2 and show the result here. That is our plan. Alright, let's get started. So let's go to unit, and now we are going to extract this. Right, so now the input that we get from the edit 1 text is a string. We need to convert it into a number and save it into an integer. So let's create an integer variable. We'll call it num, integer num, and this is how you declare variables. Integer, the name, the keyword, and then followed by the variable name. Just like over here, we want to declare a string, we must use the string keyword and then the name of the variable. And then we're going to assign something to it, and we're going to assign this number. But this number is a string, so in order to convert it to an integer, we type input and then we put dot and then we are going to type 2 integer, and you can see the IntelliSense has found it. So double click on this. So this function, built-in function that comes from this object, will convert this string into an integer, and now we can perform arithmetical operations on the integer. So let's create another variable called num2, and we are going to take num multiplied by 2, and in programming, multiply is denoted by the asterisk symbol. Asterisk is a star symbol. On my keyboard is the number 8 shift key on the top row, and then multiply by 2. So it will take the number, the string, convert to integer, save to num, and then take the num multiply by 2 and save it to num2. Alright, so now we need to display this num2 inside the label 2. Go down here and click on design. We want to display our result in label 2. So let's go back and do that. So to display the result in label 2, we have to create a string. That means we have to take this and turn it into a string. So let's create a string for that, and we shall call it output. Let's create a nice text for that. So remember in C++ builder, the strings must have a prefix L and followed by the code like that. And we can concatenate two strings together by using the plus symbol. And now we have to convert the num2 into a string. So to convert into a string, we use the int to string function, and then we pass it the parameter num2. So now this has become a C++ string, and then we combine this to get a longer string. Then we save the new string into this variable. Next thing we want to do is display it using the label 2. So we can just copy this line, and put it here. And then change the name to label 2. And then now we can run it. Alright, there's a mistake. We forgot to change this to output, because we want to display the result, which is actually stored in the output string. Let's run it. Now we enter 3. Click on this, and you can see the result is 6. Alright. Now the other thing we want to do is to show the result here as well. That means you want to show result 6 over here. Okay. Now that's how to do that. Now the problem with this is this first parameter of message box accepts wchar t. Wchar t is a C string. Wchar t. This is a C++ string. Alright, so let's try it now. We will type create our wchar. Now we need to use the pointer symbol because we want to create string, and then give a new name. Maybe we call it num3, or why not we call it wchar, wch, white character. W means white character. It means that every character is stored in 2 bytes instead of 1 byte. Now in C programming, character stores every of the character in 1 byte, but wchar t stores every character in 2 bytes. That's the difference. Okay, why do we need to use wchar not char? Because the C++ builder requires the use of wchar in the message box. So that's why we need to do this. So now over here we can copy this line, or yes, we just copy this line over here, like that. And then after that, we need to convert this into a C string. This is a C++ string, that's why you cannot assign it to a C string. So we need, in order to convert this into a C string, we need to use the built-in function C_string. Alright, and save it. And now the error should go away. Alright, we need to delete this first one here, and the error goes away. Alright, so it's working now. And now we can put the result in here. Okay, now we can show the result in here. So just delete this, and we can put WCH here, like that. And if you run it, enter 3, click OK, click the button, and you see 6 is shown here. Click OK. Alright, so this is how we do this conversion. So let me recap what we have done. You learn how to use the edit box using edit, and the label using label, and then also we have the message box, which is over here. And then we learn how to extract the text from the edit box and create a string to store the text. And then we see how to set the caption by using the caption property of the label one. And then we also saw how to convert in the string to an integer, and then how to declare an integer. Then we saw how to do the arithmetic operation of multiply, and then we store it in a new variable. And after that, we also learn how to convert the number, an integer, into a string using the int to string function. And we saw how to concatenate it to another string to make it into a longer string. And then we saw it in another string called output. And after that, we also see how to convert the C++ string. Remember that this is C++ string, and this function also converts numbers, integers into C++ string. And then if we want to use the message box, we have to convert this into a C string. So to convert to C string, we need to use this function cstr. After that, we can just plug this into the first parameter to give you the message box results. So that's all for this lesson. Thank you for watching.